Ugh. Huh. 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 Ooh. Welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today. Storms today. It's very muggy and the clouds are kind of rolling in. We got a Grand Am video today. Not a whole lot to this video. This is actually something that we kind of covered in a prior vlog, probably like 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. But it's happened again, so we're gonna put the car in the driveway and I'm gonna show you what's going on. The Grand Am was on the street because I took it this morning to get breakfast and my wife had to work, so instead of switching cars and stuff out, I just left this one on the road so that way she can get her car out of the driveway, less hassle. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We're just gonna put the Grand Am all the way up, right about here. And let me tell you guys what's going on today. Oh, but first off, look what we did. It was last weekend actually. We washed the Saab. So the Saab is nice and clean. I mean, it's been sitting since then. I'll probably take it out maybe tomorrow for a quick drive, but at least it's clean. This car looks so good when it's clean. Actually, they both do. The Grand Am's actually still pretty clean from 2 weekends ago. Haven't really been driving them in the rain, so when it does rain, they're just kind of here sitting, so they stay clean. But I didn't have armor also, or not armor, but like the stuff for the tire shine, so she doesn't have any tire shine. But yeah, it's a good looking car. Too bad it's rotting, unfortunately. So a couple of vlogs ago, at this point, we did the 3-year anniversary video on this wonderful 03 Grand Am, and I thought I noticed it in that video when I was playing it back, but the part where I had the camera Tempest, the part where I had the camera all the way on the edge of the porch there, and I was backing this car down the driveway. Hi, honey. Hi. I thought I noticed that this reverse light up here was out, and it was. I asked somebody at work to look at it when it was in reverse, and it was out. Wasn't it right, Tempest? So yeah, so this bulb here is out, and I was like, you know, yeah, we'll get to it. However, I drove the car to work yesterday, and then this happened. Uh-oh. Now obviously the quick flash is different from the normal flash. And as we can see back here, there's a bulb here that is out. There's actually 2 bulbs down here for the turn signals. The one right here next to this reverse light is now out. That is kind of weird. I'll show you guys. So when the other signal's on, you'll see there's 2 lights, 2 bulbs there. This one we've only got the 1. And the other signal lights are just fine. They're flashing quick, obviously, because of the fact that we have a bulb out there that's out. That's kind of weird that both of these 2 lights here side by side are no longer working. Isn't that something? So we're gonna shut this off now, because we're not taking it for the time being. So yeah, before the end of the day yesterday, before I left work, all the Saab stuff is still in here. Oh, look, remember when I told you guys about the gunpowder or something from the fireworks? There's more of it. There was a cardboard tube that landed on the back of the trunk on the 4th of July from somebody locally shooting off fireworks. And that's all the powder that was left over. Anyway. So, yeah, so at the end of the day, before I left work yesterday, I decided, you know, let's undo this. Let's take a look. Maybe I can get some bulbs that work to replace them. There's 4 of these little wing nuts in here that you got to take off. This really isn't that bad. This guy here is supposed to come off first, but as you can see, the carpet kind of tore past the carpet, which is weird. Here's another wing nut here. Well, the breeze is picking up. We are at a 3 out of 5 today for severe weather. That's kind of a rarity around here. We don't get into the 3. I think that's the enhanced severe weather range. We don't get into that too often. So all of the cards are on the table for severe weather today, including a tornado chance. Our tornado chance is not 0. There's 3, and here's the last one. There we go. And now this guy just kind of comes out. Now on these and the older Chevy Malibus, and I don't think the Aleros did it. Maybe those Oldsmobile Cutlass cars that looked just like the Malibu in the late 90s. They've got this circuit board here where all of the bulbs fit into it, and basically there's tabs. They get really brittle over time. Just push out on the tabs. When I took this out initially yesterday, this whole lower piece was not pushed in. No longer. Thought that was kind of suspicious. Take our lens and just kind of put it there. And here's our bulbs. Here's our reverse. Here's our turn signal. The reverse light does look like it's burnt. So you can kind of see there's you can see the black hue on the bulb there. But this bulb doesn't really look like it's burnt out. So, naturally I went to go pull this out. And do you see the rust? The terminals, they've rusted. See? That's no good. I put some dielectric grease on this yesterday, thinking that maybe I can get the grease to, kind of cut through the rust or something. But obviously that did not work. Ain't that right, honey? We tried, but it didn't work. Yeah. And if we go to the second bulb, which doesn't look bad, it does not look like it's burnt. It is still very clear. I don't think it's burnt. I have a hard time looking because it's too bright. But anyway, this one's got the same issue. Those contacts are completely rusted. Now for some reason, these boards over time end up getting moisture in them, on them. It could be through the lens. It could be because the backing doesn't stay on. This is weather stripping here, so the weather is supposed to be weather tight, but moisture somehow gets into these, and it ruins them. And that's why I said we covered this in a previous vlog, because that side had the exact same issue. So I don't think if I stick another bulb in there, it's going to work. Now, I do have a couple of extra bulbs in the basement, I believe, from the other side, even though I don't think the reverse one works. I might have a brand new reverse bulb. What are these? 3156s. I'm assuming this is the same. 3156. But yeah, you can see the rust on this contact too. The plan was to go to the junkyard and find another one of these today. I don't want to mess with these other bulbs, because, you know, if they're rusted and I pull these out and look, there's a chance, you know, trying to get them back in, we might break the pins or the contacts in there, and then it's not going to fix anything. We're still going to have to go get one. I don't think this lens wasn't showing any sign of water getting collected in it. I think my old one was. Oh, there's a couple of dead bugs in this one. Interesting. So yeah, I think there was, because this came off of an older Grand Am at the junkyard. I ended up buying the lens and the entire back, the entire circuit board together. But I think my old one was showing signs of condensation getting in there, and this one has not that I've seen. This lens seems to still be in pretty good shape, so I probably won't buy the lens today. I'll probably just find the circuit panel. But we can go get another bulb real quick, shove it in there, just for, you know, grins, and see, you know, if it'll bring the turn signal light back. But let's go see what we got downstairs. The little toolbox area that I recently cleaned up. Unfortunately, I can't put it in my little tool room over there because the porch started leaking. It's an old concrete porch, and there's a crack somewhere that's leaking. Oh, I have 3157s. What's this guy? 3157. Alright, so in here, in the old leaky room, is the old lens and circuit panel right there on top of the box, with all the other miscellaneous old parts, like the old Aztec stereos and the old Saab CD player, my brother's APPAREL from the Fusion. Yeah, this is the original lens from the Grand Am from the driver's side. Like I said, it kind of collected moisture. You kind of see it's got almost like a little hint of yellow hue. Where's the circuit panel? Circuit board is still out. Is it in this box? CD drives everywhere. Oh, it's on this table. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see the reverse light here is almost completely non-existent. That's all cruddy. The light that's burned out now would be the equivalent of this one. I bet this one's probably got rust on it too. A little bit. It's got a little bit. Obviously these sides are not interchangeable. Oh yeah, see, it started doing it down there. That pin doesn't look too bad, but this bottom one here looks awful. So it's like it spreads, you know, it's like once you get the moisture in there, it starts at one point and it just spreads away. But this bulb still looks good. I guess we could shove it in there and see if it's going to work, but either way, we gotta go get a circuit board. Yeah, something about these things, man. If you've got an older Grand Am or Malibu, or like I said, maybe that Cutlass that's kind of shaped like the Malibu. I don't remember the Alero. Oh, that went in easier. I don't remember the Alero having a. I think the Alero tail lamps were individual bulbs. I think. I don't remember, but I think they were. I don't think I've ever had to change mine when I had my Alero. Oh, got hot in here way too quick. Yeah, see? So that entire this entire thing's dead. It probably broke off or something when I was, you know, taking it out or putting it in. It's a bummer. The hard part's going to be finding a good one from the junkyard. So, yeah, that's that. Here's one of them old Cutlasses that I was talking about. The ones that look like the Malibu. I don't want to go digging into that trunk, but I could assume that. Ew. I can assume it's probably the same as the Malibu with the circuit board. I can't see, the sun's in my way, but the 98. Ugh. Well, we haven't come across any of my Grand Ams yet. There was one over here. It's actually a really nice GT. Well, there's our tornado sirens. Probably gearing up for today. Anyway, but it's underwater, and these boots have holes in them, so I can't use that one. Why is there a PT Cruiser over here? We are in the GM section. Also gotta watch out for the yellow jackets. Yeah, that one right there, the entire trunk is underwater back there. So we're just gonna keep on walking. Alright. Yeah, there's a whole list of them here. We just haven't gotten to all of them yet. Oh man. There's water everywhere today. We also have to find one that's got a trunk that's open, because if there's no power, we can't open the trunk to obviously get what we need. Why, hello there. Oh man, I really miss my tech. What year are you? 03. Oh. Another Malibu here. Alright, no Grand Ams over here. Also gotta hope that the Grand Am we do find doesn't have a messed up circuit board like the one that we're trying to get rid of. Alright, I guess we'll go this way. We got an Alero. Oh, and a Grand Am, there we go. That failed. keys in it anyway. I just want to make sure there's nothing hiding in there. You gonna stay? Year 04. Okay, so it's newer. Doesn't really look like there was water in it. Okay. I don't know why I'm wearing these. They're gonna tear anyway. Might take that too. That's the thing for the carpet. Oh, lots of dust. You know, I didn't think to look at the wiring on mine to make sure that the connector wasn't getting anything in it. My other one was okay. So I'm going to assume that maybe it didn't get that far. But worst case scenario, we'll just come back and chop off a connector. But probably should have looked at that. That way it could have just saved me the trip, but it don't matter. Either way, we'll get it taken care of. Alright, so this connector looks alright. See if we can carefully pry this tab here. Gasket stuck to the lens, but that's okay. We can peel it off there. All the bulbs on this one seem to look okay. Not burnt out or anything. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice one. Back in. There we go. Oh yeah, this one's nice and clean so far. I think we're just going to take this one. There's no need to really look around anymore. Oh yeah, these are all good. These are all we're good. Part of me wishes I brought my snips anyway to cut this connector in case we need it, because this is actually looking really good. So I think we'll tuck this down in there, and I'll put the lens back on. Oh, we need our seal. See, the seal kind of stuck, but we can probably get that to go back in there. Oh, it's getting hotter, guys. You can tell it's gonna storm. Okay, that'll probably keep that water off the connector. I'm not going to fasten it down all the way. I'll just kind of throw these here. There we go. Didn't really need to pry anything like I thought I was going to. We're going to take that too. And alright. So I pulled this Alero lens out, and yeah, the Aleros still have individual bulb sockets compared to these. It was an 02. Man, I sure do miss my Alero. Oh, we got a knife. Wonder if this was a 4-cylinder or a V6. I'm not gonna take a look. Not today. They already took off the gloves. Alright. Oh, no cat. Yeah, I think we're done. I think we're gonna go. Let's go put this thing in, and that way it's done before the storms decide to come. It's hot, and I keep seeing the yellow jackets, and you know, I'm not too fond of the yellow jackets. Alright. It rained a lot last night. Ugh, I can't walk through any of that. Yeah, there's one right there. Stay away from him. Rendezvous seat. Grand Prix that used to, looks like the one that I had. Actually, both of these cars. I had both of these cars at one point. Oh, this one's got leather and stuff. It's an older one. It's got the different font on the gauge cluster, and the logo on the steering wheel is different. This is, yeah, 05. 06 is when they redesigned those little tidbits there. I'm in line at the drive-thru to get some hot dogs and chili after our $7 purchase at the junkyard. So that entire lighting circuit board, $7. Beautiful thing right there. I think the two top bulbs are burned out after I had looked at them. I really didn't pay all that much attention when we were, and I was checking the sockets, but once I was in line and kind of looking, the two actual brake lights on the top look like they are burnt out, so we could probably swap some of ours over as long as there's not a whole lot of rust taking place on those. But yeah, so I'm in the line here waiting for to order my hot dogs and my bowl of chili, and my phone went off, and we have a tornado watch until doesn't say. I have to open it up. It does not surprise me. I kind of had a feeling it was going to happen today. It's 84 degrees right now. So the tornado watch is in effect until 9 o'clock tonight. So we got 8 hours. 8 hours. We'll have our lights fixed by then, I'm sure. Alright, so here we are with our new board. Here's the old board, still on here. So, just gotta find a way to, flick this up one-handed. Okay. And my connector don't look bad, actually. It still looks really good. There's nothing going on in there. Alright, so we got the dielectric grease on there. We'll just plug it in. Went in tight. It's all the way in. And like I said, I'm willing to bet these are probably burnt out. So we're going to do this. We're going to just turn the key on. Turn the headlights on manually. See if our bulbs are lit. Oh, they are. Okay, so these two here apparently do work. Let's do our right turn signal. That's a good sign. There we go. There's our two turn signals. And let's throw it in reverse. And the reverse light is working also. Now I need to find a way to check the actual brake lamp function. So I'm gonna have to utilize the camera and just kind of watch the playback. Alright, so it actually looks like they work. I can see they're kind of darkening on the ends of the lenses there, but those are 157 bulbs. They look like they, might have been getting hot, so they probably won't last long. I could take the two new ones that I have and just throw them in there anyway. But they do appear to be working. I'm kind of surprised. Even from out here, they kind of look dark, so who knows? Maybe they won't last too much longer. Maybe I should just throw these in there and just get it over with. That way it's, over and done with. I just had them on, so now they're kind of warm. They're not that bad. They're cool enough. So, yeah, I think we're just going to throw the new ones in, play it safe, and wrap it up. Alright, so I just tested all these, the two new ones, and I took all of them out, all the bulbs, and did, some little bit of dielectric grease on the ends of them. I don't remember if I did it to that side or not, but I'm not going to deal with it now. But yeah, everything's working perfectly fine. Yeah, these ones here look like they were kind of getting a little too hot, so they were probably going to be on their way out. But see the lights, like the glass is kind of darkening, so we'll get rid of those. I got bulbs everywhere, man. Now all we gotta do is get our lens back on it. I tried to flatten down the seal again, so hopefully it all locks in just fine. And that's done. Then I can go eat my hot dogs and my chili. Alright, so we got our 4 wing nuts back in there. I forgot to grab the little cap for this thing, but that's alright. Yeah, this side's on there too. That side is also acting kind of weird. I don't think it stays on, but it doesn't really matter. So that's it. Beautiful. Love it when we kind of have something that doesn't really need a whole lot of tools, or barely any. And I don't know, I guess this guy's just gonna go in the basement for a little while. Did these top ones start getting crusty? Did I pull these top ones out? I didn't pull any of these out because I was afraid of what was gonna happen. But I bet those are gonna, oh yeah, see, look, this the rest of these were eventually gonna fail anyway, because this had like white crusties on it. How interesting. Hopefully putting that grease, you know, on all that will at least keep me from having to getting another one while I still have this car. Yeah, I mean, I might just throw all these out just because they do have the rust on the actual, you know, connector part of it. Oh, got it. Even this one that I pulled off from downstairs, I think it's not that bad, but still, we're just gonna toss all of these, and I don't know, I'm just gonna leave that there for now. So that's it, she's done. It is hot, way too hot, but at least I got some working lights again, and hopefully they'll last for quite some time. Alright guys, where's my hat? I think I left it in the Civic. I don't wear hats often, but yeah. Here we go. Alright guys, so I'm going to go in now and watch the rest of the weather, probably throughout the next few hours. Work on this vlog. We have a birthday party to go to. Ironically enough, every time we go to this individual's birthday party, there's always storms. And one year there was a tornado warning every time this party's occurred, so I guess it makes perfect sense to have this party today. But that's it. Another taillight circuit board done. $7 repair. If you guys enjoyed this vlog, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. In the meantime, take care.